Good afternoon, YouTube. My name is Jake. This is Idiomas con Jake. Let's discuss going to the bank. All the different situations that have to do with going to the bank in English. Firstly, it's important to remember, this is a semi-formal environment. We're always going to start off with hey or hello, and then good morning or good afternoon. Nobody goes to the bank in the evening. Our first situation will be opening an account. Abriendo una cuenta. Something that we're going to see a lot is I'd like to. Me gustaría. Me gustaría abrir una cuenta. I'd like to open an account. There are two different types of accounts. A checking account and a savings account. They have different functions. A checking account will usually come with a debit card, una tarjeta de débito, and you'll use it to buy things. It'll be your main account that money goes in and out of. And then you have a savings account, una cuenta de ahorros. You're gonna hear the word interest. Interest is the amount in percentage that you gain from the money that you put into the account. Savings accounts have higher interest. You make more money with the savings account, but you can't always access the money in your savings account. In a checking account, you can always access the money and spend it where you'd like with your debit card. Checking account, debit card, savings account, no card, more interest. You might ask the person at the bank, what kind of documents do I need to open this account? They might tell you, you need an ID, a driver's license, proof of address, a social security number, or a TIN. These things are all important to have. Ask them, find them, bring them back. After this, the teller will tell you to fill out, llenar, the forms that you have to fill out. So they may give you papers, they may have you do it on an iPad, they may ask you the information. What's your address? What's your full name? First name, last name. What is your social security number? Things like this. The second type of situation you might see is applying for a loan, un préstamo. Applying for a mortgage, un préstamo de la casa. Applying for a car loan, un préstamo del carro. All loans are different types of loans. Again, you're gonna see interest or APR. APR is the amount in percentage that you pay on this loan per year. Again, you might say, I'd like to apply for a credit card. I'd like to apply for a car loan, a mortgage, a personal loan. A personal loan is a loan of money that they give you that you have to pay back with interest. Again, some important words. APR, interest rate, the amount that you'll pay per year on this. Monthly payments, so how much am I gonna have to pay each month for this loan? You may also see things like term. Term is how long is this loan for? 5 years, 10 years, 30 years. All loans may have different conditions. The conditions are these things: APR, term, interest rate, monthly payments. Again, with loans, they will ask you for identification. Maybe two kinds of identification: your social security number and or your TIN. Oftentimes, your social security number is your TIN, but if you're not a citizen, you may have a TIN, but not a social security number. It's important to know all of this information. You will need an address, and you may need another person to sign on the loan. In the United States, we have something called credit, which is your ability to borrow money, pedir prestado dinero. If you don't have good credit, you may have to have two people on a loan. It all depends on your personal situation. Ask the bank teller when you get there. Don't be afraid to make mistakes, and don't be afraid to ask tons of questions. The next situation we'll discuss is making a payment. Hacer un pago. You may make a credit card payment. You may make a car payment. You may make a house payment. If you already have a loan or a credit card with the bank, you may want to pay towards that credit card or towards that loan. Again, we're going to use me gustaría. I'd like to make a payment on my credit card, car, house, personal loan. I'd like to make a payment on my. They may ask, how much would you like to pay? ¿Cuánto te gustaría pagar? You might say, I'd like to pay X. on my credit card. I'd like to pay $400 on my car. I would like to pay $7,000 on my house. They may ask how you're going to pay, whether you're going to pay with cash, efectivo. They may ask, which account are you going to pay from? This brings us back to the beginning. From my checking account, from my savings account. Another situation, let's say you want to deposit money or take out money. Depositar dinero, deposit, o retirar dinero, take out money. You're going to have to specify which account. Let's take an example. Again, I'd like to, me gustaría, depositar $100 a mi cuenta de ahorros. I'd like to deposit $100 to my savings account. I'd like to deposit $7 million to my checking account. Me gustaría depositar $7 millones a mi cuenta corriente. Retirar, to withdraw. I'd like to withdraw $500 from my savings account. Me gustaría retirar $500 de mi cuenta de ahorros. To withdraw from. I'd like to withdraw from. Often, they will ask for identification, and they'll give you something called a slip, a deposit slip, or a withdrawal slip. This is a little piece of paper, un pedacito de papel, que tienes que llenar. So it's a little piece of paper that you have to fill out, saying what you want to take out or what you want to put in. When you fill this out, they will scan your ID, and they'll give you your money. You will say, thank you, have an amazing day. Some other problems. Let's say you have problems with your debit card, your tarjeta de débito. You might say, I'm having problems with my debit card. I'm having problems with my account. I'm having problems with. This is, tengo problemas con. I'm having problems with my credit card. Tengo problemas con mi tarjeta de crédito. I'm having problems with my online access. Tengo problemas con mi acceso en línea. Let's say you lost something. Se te perdió algo. I lost my debit card. Se me perdió la tarjeta de débito. I lost my credit card. Se me perdió la tarjeta de crédito. They might ask if you want to order a new one. Yes. Se me perdió. Quiero pedir una nueva. I'd like to, me gustaría, order a new one. Pedir una nueva. Some other situations you may see at the bank. Maybe you just want to check your balance. Me gustaría fijarme en mi balance. I'd like to check my balance. Again, of my checking account, of my savings account. I'd like to check my balance of my checking account. $10 million. If you spend money that you don't have in the checking account, they will charge you. So if you have $100 and you spend $200, the bank will give you something called an overdraft fee. This means you spent money that you don't have. We're going to charge you $35. Let's say you do this on accident and you want to save those $35. You might go to the bank and say, I accidentally overdrafted my account. I'd love if you could reverse the fee. Gastaste el dinero que no tenías, ellos te cobraron $35 y querés que no te cobren. Puedes decir eso. With checks, you might want to deposit a check. I'd like to, me gustaría, depositar un cheque. I'd like to deposit a check. Tal vez quieres cambiar el cheque por dinero. En los Estados Unidos eso es difícil porque tenés que tener la plata en tu cuenta de ahorros por lo menos para poder cambiar el cheque instantáneamente. Pero podrías decir, I'd like to cash this check. And they're going to ask you, which account do you want to cash it against? You might say, I'd like to cash this check against my checking account. This means that if you have $1,000 in your checking account and the check is $600 and you want cash, you will cash that $600 out of your checking account. When the check goes through, it goes back into your account. You may hear them say, please sign, por favor, firme aquí. Please sign here. Please sign this form. Por favor, firme este formulario. Please sign the iPad. Lastly, you may look for statements. Statements are un resumen de tu cuenta del mes. I would like my statement for January. Me gustaría mi resumen para enero. After all of your problems are solved, you're happy, you have millions of dollars in your account, and you have all the money that you need, you might say, thanks so much. Have a great morning, afternoon, or rest of your day. Thanks so much. Have a great rest of your day. I hope this information is a little bit useful for you. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. If you like the video or if you hate the video, please let me know in the comments so that I know how I can make it better. If you'd like extra resources, I'll leave links in the description. If you want more than this, check out my other courses at idiomasconjake.com. Thanks so much. Have an amazing day. Pura vida.